Athens has a problem with pickpockets. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you where it happens, and how to stop it from happening to you. So go look for your best toga, tie up your sandals, and let's go explore Greece. Now, I'm sure there's quite a few of you out there wondering, have I ever been a victim of pickpocketing in Athens? Well, the answer is embarrassingly yes. Yes, I have. So I'm also going to share with you the silly and stupid mistakes that I made, so obviously you don't have to. But if you've got any questions on safety in Athens, or indeed anything about Athens, stick them down below and I'll get back to you. Now let's begin at the most common place it happens, and that's actually on the metro. In particular, if you're coming all the way in from the airport into the city centre, especially if you go into Monastiraki or Syntagma. Now, the first one is as the tram pulls in and the doors open. You, like everyone else, are all bunched up and focused on getting on, which is especially difficult if you've got bags, cases, and others, especially children. Also, there's going to be a lot of people trying to get off. So at that point, it's the perfect opportunity for pickpockets to come in and do their thing. The second one happens far more than you think, and that's when you're about to get off. The tram pulls in, the doors open, and then they suddenly jam. Everyone panics as they try to get off. You've also got people trying to get on as well. And then seconds later, the doors eventually open all the way, and then everyone can get off and everyone can get on. And that's because one of the pickpockets has stuck their foot against the door to stop it from opening, and while their colleagues do their thing. And that's exactly what happened to me. I didn't even realise until about 15 minutes later when I went to try and pay for a coffee. So, what exactly can you do? Well, the first thing is, before you even leave the airport, put everything you've got safely and securely into your suitcase. Tickets for the metro cost an average of €9, so you don't need much. But if you've got to use a card, as soon as you've paid, stick that back into your suitcase. But let's say you haven't done that and you're now on the platform watching your train come in, or you're actually on the metro itself. Well, all's not lost. First thing to do is let that tram go by and then put everything into your suitcase as I described before. But let's suppose you're already on the metro. Well, my advice is don't get off at the stop you were meant to, get off at the next one, and then again put everything into your suitcase. Trams run every 5 or 10 minutes, so in my opinion, it's better to be inconvenienced than be a victim of pickpocketing. Next thing to watch out for is when you're at Monastiraki Square. Now, day or night, I love the vibe at Monastiraki Square. There really is so many things to see and do in and around it, so many great places to eat and drink and even people watch. In fact, I've got two great videos that will explain all of that and more, including great one with a walk around the very famous Monastiraki Square. There's also links in the description below. It's also famous for entertainers, with everything from singers, dancers, that's modern, and you even sometimes see quite a bit of traditional Greek. In fact, there's all sorts of performers and things going on. But it can also be a great place for pickpockets to come in and do their thing while you're busy, distracted, watching the performance and what's going on. And that's also an issue when you're over at Syntagma watching the changing of the guard ceremony, the Ev zones. Even though it happens every hour, the pickpockets know this, especially as sometimes there can actually be hundreds of others trying to get that perfect position and perfect Instagram photo. Now, the next thing to watch out for is simply while you're stood in a queue, waiting to buy your tickets to go and see the Acropolis. Because it's the number one attraction, queues there form very quickly and they can get very long. In fact, it's not uncommon, to be honest, to have several hundred waiting before midday. And it's also been a little worse since the Greek government have now placed limits on not only on the number of people who can visit each day, but also every hour. I've got a great video which explains more about all that, how to actually get around it, and even how to beat the queue. So I suggest you check that out. I've also put a link in the description. So because the queues are so long and people are distracted, as I said, pickpockets can come in, stand in the queue, it's free to do so, do what they need to, and then walk off, because it's also not uncommon for people to give up waiting. Now, another thing to watch out for is simply when you're just walking around, especially if you're carrying a backpack. Backpacks are the ultimate target for pickpocketers. Why? Well, when you're carrying them over your back, obviously, you can't see anything behind you, and you certainly won't feel anything as they undo the zips and put their hands in. Now, I like to wear a backpack in Athens, and what I do is I do as the locals do, and that is I bring it round to my front. Also, as well, is when someone comes up to you and tries to sell you things. They can sell you anything from postcards, stamps, all sorts. My advice is just ignore them and politely walk away. Now, I'm not suggesting that everyone who tries to sell you something is in with the pickpocketers, but the pickpocketers are certainly watching if that happens. Now, besides the advice I've given you for wearing your backpack around on the front, before you even go out and wander around Athens, what I suggest is have a think about what you're taking with you. Do you read? Yeah, of course you read. We all read. Do you really need all of that cash, credit cards, your phones, tablets, devices, all sorts of equipment? Do you really need to have them in your pockets, purses, bags, your backpack, etc., which I've already explained? Do you really need all of that? So have a think before you go out. And there you have it. I really hope you've learnt a lot from this to help you from being a victim of pickpocketing. But please, please don't think now, oh, that's it, I'm never going to Athens again. Every city has its problems, and I've just focused on one negative. There are so many positives in Athens. In fact, check out the videos I've got. They're all positive, and I'm sure when you watch at least one or two of them, you'll change your mind. So, in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Until the next video. Oh, and don't forget, go explore Greece.